Let's talk about healing. Home hydrotherapy is a recommendation that I make quite often, and I love the fact that water is accessible to most of us who live in a dwelling, and that it's something that we can use to help stimulate our body to do its healing and not really take over. And so warming socks is the home hydrotherapy that I recommend most often, and what it requires is a pair of cotton ankle socks and a pair of warm wool over socks, either wool or some sort of synthetic hiker socks or something of that nature. And so really what you do is you start with nice warm feet, whether it's because you've had warm socks on or you've been wandering around doing exercise and heating your body up, or if you have to, you can use a hot foot bath to help warm your feet up. But start with warm feet. Get cold, wet ankle socks. So get your white ankle socks, get them wet with cold tap water. Wring them out super well. So they're cold and they're wet, but they're not super drippy. Put the cold socks on your nice warm feet, then cover them with the dry wool socks or hiker socks, and then go to bed. Why you do this is it helps stimulate your immune system, first of all, and it helps drain any congestion or stagnation out of your head. And so why this happens is when your feet are warm, your vasculature is open. And then when you put those cold socks on your nice warm feet, everything goes and constricts and pushes all the blood from your feet up into your body, filtering it through your core, which is where 80% of your immune system is. And then the capillaries in your feet can't stay closed all night, so eventually they will open. And when they open, they draw everything down towards your feet. So that would drain any congestion out of your head, and again, pass your circulation through your core, filtering through your immune system. Part of the problem with any upper respiratory thing is that we stagnate, right? You wake up in the morning, things are thick, clogged, anything that's wanting to grow in a nice, warm, moist environment has had a party all night long. But if we prevent that stagnation, if we increase the circulation so that everything is draining, we are helping you to really have your immune system respond to things more effectively, but also to prevent that stagnation, to prevent something from really taking hold. Increase the flow, prevent stagnation, prevent that thickening and that solidifying of sinuses that people can have the tendency for. So I tend to recommend warming socks on the earlier side when you're like, oh, I feel like I'm getting sick. I tend to recommend it then. Not that it's not effective when you're super sick, like when you're in the midst of the deep cold, but it's often most effective in the beginnings of a cold. It can also be used for sinus and allergies, for sinus congestion and things of that nature. It's not necessarily just a cold and flu support. I also prefer to use warming socks before bed, just if I feel like I'm just kind of run down or feel like my body might be trying to fight something. I use warming socks, and many patients report, especially my postmenopausal and perimenopausal women, they report that they sleep super well when they do warming socks, and I believe it's due to maybe a parasympathetic activation of the nervous system as the blood is passing through the core all night long. If you have any questions, send me a message, post a question here, find me on Facebook, and hopefully I'll keep doing these videos and providing information that you are interested in. And if you want to hear anything particular, just let me know. Thanks, enjoy your day.